The 7th race in the IndyCar Series calendar is held here at Richmond International Raceway. This 3/4-mile D-shaped oval has played host to the series since 2001. Richmond has a smooth surface with a constant 60-foot track width, but it's the shortest track in the series, so you're going to be in traffic for much of the race. As a result, the large, high downforce wing configuration is used for this race. The track has two main grooves, but beware of the high one, which has a sting in its tail at the apex of turn 2, which quickly flattens out at the exit. This has caught a number of drivers in previous races, sending them off the racing line and into the wall. As with Phoenix, the key to victory is to know when to lift off the throttle and when to reapply the pedal. Use the practice session to perfect this technique, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a winner at Richmond and an IndyCar Series champion.
Right then, hello and welcome back to IndyCar Series 2005, getting ready for round 7 of the championship with the SunTrust Indy Challenge Richmond. Now, this race can be exploited in a number of ways. You don't have to have your fuel mixture set to 7, you can actually have it set down as low as 1 and still manage to win the race. Also, if there is an incident within the first couple of laps and the safety car is deployed, all of the cars go into the pit, so you can actually gain a lap on the entire field at the very start. So yeah, with that, I'm actually not going to qualify. I'm going to start at the very back and work my way through the field if there's no caution at the start, and just show you how easy it is you can win if you are very lucky, because you can get caught up in other people's accidents, or you can, collide with some back markers which can ruin your race. So this race can be won quite easily, but it is a case of luck. So hopefully luck will be on our side, and we'll just try and win as best we can, really. So we're starting qualifying, well, we're last in the list, but again, I'm not going to qualify at all. I'm just going to have a look, see where everyone is starting. So currently, Scott Dixon is on pole position. Scott Sharp starts 14th. Who else? Buddy Rice, Robbie Buell, Mark Taylor, the usual gubbins. So skip qualifying, please. Yes, I want to skip. So I'm going to be starting at the very back. So Buddy Rice is, oh no, that is not in order. So who is on pole again? Scott Dixon is going to be on pole. Who is second? That is going to be Sam Hornish Jr. Lovely. Right, let's get the race start underway. So, as mentioned then, Scott Dixon is on pole position with Sam Hornish Jr. alongside for company. Tony Kanaan and Gilles de Ferran line up on row 2. Row 3 is Sarah Fisher, good qualifying for her, and Felipe Giafone. Row 4 is Greg Ray and Brian Herta. Row 5 is Vitor Mira and Dan Weldon. Starting on row 6 is Helio Castroneves and Buddy Rice. On row 7, Kenny Breck and Scott Sharp. On row 8 is Thomas Schechter and Robbie Buell. Row 9, Roger Yasukawa and Al Unser Jr. Row 10, Buddy Lazier and Mark Taylor. Row 11 is AJ Foyt IV and Tora Takagi. On row 12, Dario Franchitti and Alex Barron. And finally, bringing up the rear is yours truly. Hooray! Right, first things first. Put the fuel mixture down to 1, put the weight jacker all the way up to the plus marker. And the only gears you're going to be using, if there are no cautions, is 4th and 5th. Right, we've got control. And away we go. Take it steady for the first couple of laps because of the cold tyres. Now, I'm hoping that there are no cautions so we can work our way through the field in real time. Otherwise, if there is a caution, everyone will dive into the pits and will gain at a minimum of 1 lap on the entire field. I'm going to try and hug the inside line as much as possible, which can be difficult with the AI swerving around. But you can dive bomb it into the 3rd and 4th turn to gain some positions. You just got to be very careful. Like I said, it is all about being careful and a lot of luck. But this race, if you be very careful, be very vigilant, is very easy to win. As I mentioned at the start of the season, there was one race I was guaranteed to win, and it was this one at Richmond, because I know how the AI handled the circuit and the exploits you can do. So Indianapolis was a bit of a fluke. So yeah, you don't even have to brake, not really. You just let off the throttle, let the car coast through the corner, and it scrubs off the speed without you having to tap the brakes at all.
That was your best lap so far. Car on your right side, still there, outside, still there, outside. You are clear.
So already up into 12th place, 11th place, no, 12th place again. Ooh.
You are 0.3 of a second ahead of Sharp. You've taken 11th place. That was your best lap so far.
So probably dive it. Ooh, that was lucky. I don't like it when the AI does that weird swerving technique that they do.
Car outside, still there.
It is rather troublesome when you're trying to make an overtaking move and they're swerving left to right.
You are now in 9th place.
So already in the top 10 and we're only on lap 9 of 62.
That was your best lap so far. You are 4.8 seconds behind the race leader.
Catching up to the Penske of Castroneves, or is that Gilles de Ferran? Which is which? Number 3 is
Car outside,
de Ferran?
still there,
Or it could be Castroneves, I can never remember. We'll see in a minute once the...
You've taken 8th place.
Ah, it is Castroneves. So I was looking at the scoreboard at the side there. So we've got past Castroneves. Dan Weldon is next.
You are 0.6 of a second ahead of Castroneves.
I will make the move going into turn 3. No cautions yet, which is great.
Good lap.
Yeah, it was a good lap.
You are 0.9 of a second behind Fisher. That was your best lap so far.
Right, into the top 5.
You are 2.2 seconds behind the race leader. You are now in 5th place. You
Yep.
are 0.1 of a second ahead of Giafone.
Make a move past Sam Hornish Jr.
Outside. You are clear.
Next is Gilles de Ferran.
You've taken 4th place.
Stay on the inside line if you can. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Outside, clear.
Oh, and Kanan's gone around. I think he must have bumped me. Whoops.
The pits are closed. Pit as soon as they open.
That
Kanan
wasn't...
is out of the race.
Sorry, Kanan. That wasn't intended. I just brushed up a little wide. And, yeah, bit of a mistake, but oh well, not to worry. Anyway, we'll get through this caution, and I probably will pit with the AI, so I can get some tyres and a full tank of fuel. Well, not full, but just enough to get us to the end, and then we don't have to make any more pit stops then. So, yeah, with that, I will see you for the restart in just a moment.
The pits are now open. Come into the pits on your next lap.
Okay, so we just got the command that the pits are going to be open this time. That means the green flag will be out as well.
Green flag this time by.
Right on cue. So we will follow the driver ahead, I don't know who that is, into the pits. We'll get some fresh tyres and the fuel. We can probably squeeze past as well. Be very sneaky. Perfect. And we'll get roughly about 44 laps worth of fuel. Don't want to save the race. And we'll change the tyres as well. And everything else should be absolutely fine. Yeah, if they dive onto the pit lane or the pit apron, you can actually squeeze around them because the chevrons disappear. So you can actually gain a cheeky spot like I've just done. So we should come out of the pits in the lead, technically. Or not, because I can hear a few drivers already leaving their pit boxes. Yeah, we've missed a spot, but that's fine. So So, come on. Oh, we are leading, so that must have been a lapped car then.
You've taken first place.
I have indeed. And away we go. So you've got to give it a couple of laps for the tyres to warm up, of course. Especially troublesome turn 4, which the car does like to break loose on.
You are 0.6 of a second ahead of Dixon.
Scott Dixon behind. But it's fine. We know our way around this track. So we shouldn't have any competition at all, really. So once the tyres warm up, we'll be able to really push it into the corners. Keep on the inside line as well. They do take a little bit longer to warm up around this track because of the short nature of it. I want to be on the inside line, so you just go on ahead there. Don't want to get into contact.
Car outside, still there.
Yeah,
still
I know.
There. Outside, clear. You are now in first place.
Right, our tires are warm enough now we can actually push.
Right side, outside, clear.
Not working that great at the moment.
1 seconds ahead of Hornish. Car on your right side, still there. Outside, still there.
Nice little
Still
battle
there.
with Dixon, though.
Still there. Outside, you are clear. You've taken first place. Car outside, you are clear.
Hopefully he won't be a pain in the Dixon and I'll be able to pull away
Car on your
momentarily.
right side, outside, 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 still there, clear. You are now in first place.
Right, there we go. Now the tyres are warm enough I can actually push it into the corners
Car in
properly.
front is a back mark.
Yeah, I know, because I'm the leader. Thanks, Scotty Jr. As you can see, we've got plenty of fuel as well. Only 40 laps worth of fuel, and we've got, what, 33 laps to go? Coming up to the halfway point in just a moment.
Car on your right side, you are clear. Car on your
Come
right
on, blue
side,
flags, please,
clear.
get out the way. Another game that really doesn't understand what blue flags are for. Puff of smoke up ahead. I don't know if that is engine or if that is just tyre smoke where he's locking up. Right, he did pull out the way, so that's good.
That's the halfway point.
There we go, halfway done already. Still got to play it safe though, because the back markers do swerve.
Car outside,
Because of course
you
they're
are
having
clear.
their own
Car
little
on your right
battles
side,
behind.
outside, clear.
So just want to take that into account.
Car outside, 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 still there, still there, still there, you are clear. Car on your right side, still there, still there, still there, still there, still there, you are clear.
Nice and clean.
Car in front is a back mark.
Yes, I know they're back markers. For goodness sake, don't be doing this to every car that we come across. Oh, a couple of slow cars on the apron, so they've obviously had a coming together of some description. But on the plus side, if we don't get into any incidents with the AI, this should boost us
You are clear.
quite well in the points championship. Probably won't take the lead in the championship, but we should get a solid top
You are
3.
4.9 seconds
Ooh.
ahead of Dixon.
Yeah, that is the problem. There's a little bump coming out of turn 4 that if you get it wrong or just accelerate too hard, the car will try and swap ends, but we were lucky in that instance. So it's better to half throttle it.
Car on your right side. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear.
Yes, I can see him. It's fine.
Car outside. Still there. Outside. Clear.
Sounds like more cars are in the pits, getting some repairs. Looks like Scott Dixon and Sam Hornish Jr. are having a little battle of their own.
You are 7.3 seconds ahead of Dixon.
Yep.
You are 8 seconds ahead of Dixon.
So yeah, you can get so much of an advantage. Like I said, even with the fuel mixture on 1, it's, you know, a very easy race to win.
Side, outside, clear. Car on your right side, clear. Car on your left side, inside, still there. You are clear. You are 8.5 seconds ahead of Dixon. Car on your right side, you are clear.
Yes, go away, please. And our tires are still looking very, very good. Very quickly coming up to 10 laps to go as well, so this race is very quick. And only the one caution at the moment as well, so that is also incredibly welcoming.
Car outside, clear.
Nice.
Car in front is a back marker.
I know, they're all back markers.
Car on your right side, you are clear.
Bloody hell. You know, why don't you tell me something interesting about the race instead of what I already know? That's like coming up to me and pointing at the grass and saying, "Grass is green." No shit, Sherlock.
Car outside, you are clear. Yellow flag.
Oh, and we got another caution.
Pits are closed.
Well, I wonder who that was. It wasn't anything to do with me, I don't
Out of
think.
the race.
So Thomas Scheckter brings out the second caution. So we'll get this over and done with, and I will see you for the restart in just a moment.
Pits are open.
Okay, so the pits are now open.
Flag this time by.
So that means we will get the green flag, as you just mentioned. So I'm going to try and jump the field, slow down a bit, and then floor it.
Green, go.
And it doesn't quite work because of cold tires.
Car on your left side, you are clear.
This is a massive pain about restarts when leading the field.
3.1 seconds ahead of Dixon.
Is that the cold tires? The car's ability to get very unstable very quickly. Thankfully, I think there's quite a few back markers between myself and second
2.9
place.
seconds ahead of Dixon.
Yeah, so they're actually slowing each other down, which is good. Tires should quickly come back up to temperature because they still got some residual heat in the middle of them, so only got a couple of laps to go. Lap 58 of 62.
You are 4.3 seconds ahead of Hornish.
Yeah, we got this one in the bag if we don't screw up in spin coming out of turn 4. 4 laps to go this time by.
You are 4.9 seconds ahead of Hornish.
Couple more cars going into the pits, one of the Penske's as well. And yeah, the cars behind are dropping back, so we can just be very cautious now and still take the victory as we go past the other Penske. Two to go. And a white flag.
White flag is out. This is the last lap.
And there we go. We take the victory at the Richmond and get reminded that the car in front is indeed a back marker. Indeed. So yeah, there we go. Richmond is incredibly easy if you are very careful, very lucky, and you take things just very, a lot slower than you usually would. But anyway, 2 cars retired from the race, and Tony Kanaan, unfortunately, and Thomas Scheckter as well. So I win from Sam Hornish Jr. in the end, and Scott Dixon in the top 3. Tora Takagi an impressive 4th, and Sarah Fisher an equally impressive 5th place. As everyone dives into the pits, and yeah, not much more to say. So we go on to the point standings then after this round. So I've now moved up into 4th place. Scott Dixon still leads the way, not by much though, 221 to 204. Jill DeFerrin and Sam Hornish Jr. are tied on points, and I've got 199, so I am catching up just very slowly. I will pass it back on to the late Bob Jenkins for information about round 8.
Race 8, marking the halfway point of the IndyCar Series, takes place here at Kansas Speedway near Kansas City, which has been host to the IRL since 2001. Cars run the small wing, low downforce configuration on this 1.5-mile track, but despite its size, the 15-degree bank turns are lower than those at Texas, another 1.5-mile oval. As a result, there is only one effective groove through the corners, so be careful when passing in the turns. As a result, horsepower and the handling of your car are going to be the deciding factors to get on the podium here. So make sure you set up your car correctly for optimal performance.
So Kansas Speedway then is the venue for round 8, and the Kansas Indy 300, or the Kansas Indy 75 as it will be for this series. So yeah, with that, I will leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and I'll see you soon for round 8 of the 2003 IndyCar Series. So take care, stay safe, and bye for now.